2 miles away from Black Rock Mountain. Supposedly this climb up the mountain could be a little sketchy from what we hear, so hopefully we get up there safe. Took us about 5 hours to get up here, not considering stopping to eat lunch in Athens. Made good time, nice little drive, and gonna get up here looks like about 4:15 in the afternoon, and I have plenty of good daylight to get set up, and we'll be glad to show you all that and get us a fire started. And
are we gonna get a fire started? Are you
we're always gonna get a fire started.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Okay, y'all, so we just got here, and this is definitely why they say that this is not for big campers. This is a one-way, but let me show y'all our spot. So you come up here. Look how pretty all this is. I'm trying to notice all the beautiful things. Okay, this is the entrance to our spot right here on this curve. And apparently you're supposed to back into it on a one-way loop. Have no idea how anyone else does it, so we have gone around the wrong way. Here comes Travis, and he's gonna pull up straight and then back right into this. So Travis has straightened it back up to, I think, his satisfaction. His truck has only barely run off the mountain. So we still have three working tires. And for some reason, I think he just said he's backing it. Oh no, he turned the truck off. Ah, sweet noise. All right, so we are going to unhook this from the truck, go into the visitor center, get all our tips and tricks, and then come back.
Alright, so for those of you who've never been camping or never put up a pop-up, I want to give you kind of a little quick step-by-step of how we get this thing up. We've got pretty decent at it. Let me show you kind of all the steps we have to do to get this thing ready to sleep in. So the first thing we do after unhooking it from the truck is level it out here. And you can put a level on top of it. We just usually eyeball it. Eyeballing it is good enough. The next thing we do, right after we unhook it, is put those in place. That keeps, especially if you're on an incline, keeps this thing from going anywhere. And then we need to put down our stabilizer jacks right here. Now I have two of these. This one is a little stronger, the metal sticker, than this one. So I use this one to actually pop up the camper, which we'll do in a minute. I use this one for the stabilizer jacks. Let me go grab my little feet for this, and we'll get these puppies down. We just lower them down till they touch there, and you can feel the tension here. You don't use these to level it, it's just to stabilize it. Now, they do make a little drill attachment to do this, but it really doesn't take that long. By the time I get my drill out, make sure it's charged up, I'm already done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop our latches right here. There's two on each side. Now we're ready to crank her up.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end.
Now we just grab our pullouts here. All the way out.
You know they're all the way out too when the fabric is taut and you can't pull it anymore.
So you see these little bars right here? Those are stabilizers. Put that up right there, and that holds all this here in place. Then we just have these little hooks that hook underneath here to keep you from falling out the sides. And then as opposed to the other side where the stabilizer bars hook against the back bumper here, they hook right here on the hitch. So just pull that down. Lift it up a little bit with our back. That one goes there. And this one over here. And that's it. Okay, so that's the majority of the work you have to do outside. Everything else is pretty much inside, with the exception of the awning. So you open the bad boy up. Open our door. Which fastens over here. Check out this cool little keychain Brooklyn got made. Looks just like our camper.
I sent her a picture and she matched it.
Alright, and Brooklyn usually does the rest. I'll let her show you what we're going to do now.
Okay. First thing first, take the step down. Then we try to pack as much in here as possible when we travel. So you sort of have to move some of these things out of the way before I can open anything else up. The first thing I like to do is pull the sink up because it immediately opens up more room. So there's this tubing, you have to make sure that your sink clears that so it doesn't fall on it. So it's a little heavy, and I usually grab both pieces and then slowly, and then one chest I kind of hold that, and then I make sure my cords are down. There you go. And then I shut my doors back again. So now that's up, we immediately have more space. And then I finish clearing out the rest of the walkway so I can get in here and push the bunks out. If it is hot outside, the next thing we do is put this door down. But since it's cooler, we're fine. We don't need to immediately turn on the AC. So we'll go ahead and work and try to clear the rest of this out before we put our door down. Because it makes it easier than having to open the door 10 times. So these pieces are what helps pop this sink part out. There's 2 little notches for each end of this to go into right here. So it pops out this, but this is what helps hold it. So I stick this in this hole, push, and then I put that right there, and that keeps that out. Since it's so beautiful, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up so we can get some ventilation in here.
We're getting at a pretty view right there.
Isn't that pretty? I feel like we should keep this open the whole time.
Fine with me.
Okay, so the next thing is to go ahead and push this bed out. That'll give us more space to put more pillows and grab more things out of the truck. Now, this I have had to learn to do sort of by sight. Now I know that this U has to go up. And then I sort of lift this up, and there's a clip down here at the end. Push it on, then grab this end, and push the whole thing up. And then this just goes right in here. I can get it. There you go. Ta-da.
There we go. Bed
Bed's
ready
up.
to be slept upon.
Looks like there's some kids' snacks up there still. I need to vacuum out. Okay, so we've gotten this spot cleared out over here. So I'm gonna do the same thing right here. Found it, push it up, and then there's a little bit of tension, and you want there to be, and you get it right in there, and you're done. So we keep all our comforters in here, and pillows. We just started doing. We found a way that there's more space in here than you think there is. So I'll go ahead and make the beds while Travis is doing everything else, and then I'll bring everything in from the truck, and then we'll be like pretty much set up.
When the sunrise, when the sun.
that's all there is to it, folks. You may have noticed we're missing a couple this weekend, and we'll talk about that more a little bit later in this video and some of our other Black Rock videos. But so much 100 times easier and quicker setting this thing up without kids running around like crazy.
But not as fun.
Not as
or
fun.
funny.
But we kind of got the hang of this, and I'd say we get it up. If we don't stop, we're not fooling with the camera. We can get up 15-20 minutes easy. So
yeah, 15 minutes.
now it's time for me to get a fire started. I think Brooklyn's gonna run to town and get a few things, and gonna be a good night. All right, the sun has set up here on the top of Black Rock Mountain, and as always, I want to show you what's on the menu for tonight. We got our fire going here. I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative with the firewood because you can't tell, but it's a steep drop off there, so we can't really scavenge any firewood here. Just have to use what we can buy. We were able to get some at the trading post before they closed. So we got our fire going, and on our last video, one of our viewers commented that we should use this grate right here to do our grilling as opposed to using charcoal with a Mini Weber, and I think that's a great idea. I've never used these grates at the campgrounds before, but I think it's a really good idea. I just need me a little shovel or something so I can put my coals underneath there and get it just the right heat or hotness that I want to cook on it. But I think I'm gonna definitely start doing that in the future, utilizing that piece of equipment there. Let me show you what we got over here. It's always a good thing when we have a lantern hanger on the side. This is actually a twin unit right here. I don't know why you need to hang two lanterns right here, but you could if you wanted to. Maybe you can hang a flag or something else right there. Nice little lantern hanger, got one lit there. Over here, got the Mini Weber going. Coals are almost right there, not quite, but they'll be burnt off here in a second. There comes Brooklyn rolling back in from a little Walmart run. Now, this is what's on the menu tonight. So we stopped at a little country store. Some of our friends right from Moultrie on the way, and picked up these vegetable kebabs here. Looks like we got some zucchini, red onion, some pepper, some mushroom on there. And my favorite cut of steak, I always tell y'all, we got some chuck eye there. Chuck eye. If you ain't never had chuck eye, you don't know what you're missing. It's not an expensive cut of meat. It's the best cut of steak if you know how to cook a steak good. So we got that seasoned. Just been letting that meat sweat a little bit there. We got more than we can eat tonight, but we're going to take the rest and we'll make steak sandwiches tomorrow for lunch. So we got those ready to throw in the Weber in a minute here. I got it turned down now. We got a little dog talk going on the radio, and Brooklyn's back.
I'm back, and I would never advise going up this mountain in the dark. I thought I was gonna die. I was terrified. I couldn't, it was like the lights just went straight and it was so curvy and I couldn't see around the bend, and you have a big blind spot in your truck, and so I'm not going anywhere else at night. We are homebound. If dark hits, I feel like we're vampires or something.
Did you get any good stuff?
Yes. Okay. Got a new camping trash can. Oh, this is much smaller than I thought it was. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, that's very tiny. I may need to return that. I got solar panel lights for up here. They were on sale. Walmart, normally 40, knocked it down to 20. Super excited about that. And I got a good tablecloth. Because you threw away all my other tablecloths. And right now they have these really cute black and white ones.
All right, all right.
Alright, I'm excited.
Black Rock Mountain. That's where we are this weekend. And welcome everybody back to the Pop-Up Life channel. Is something funny?
You've been working on that?
What?
While I was going at the store, you like probably sat here with this camera and like
Black Rock Mountain. Yeah, I was working on the intro. Anyway,
okay.
so as we mentioned earlier, we don't have the kids with us this weekend. We just took them camping last weekend, a hard labor, spent 3 or 4 days there, and this was this is probably our longest drive of a camping trip so far.
Right.
At 5 hours.
Right.
We could tell last weekend wore them out pretty good, and so we made the decision kind of on the way home last time if our parents could keep the kids.
Yeah, if we could pull it off.
That we might do this one just us two. And some factors went in that, the long drive, and also some reviews we had been reading about where we were going this weekend here in Black Rock Mountain. Now this place, we'll be doing a complete full review on the next video or two to let you know everything. We just want to kind of give you our initial impressions, what we've seen so far compared to the reviews, to kind of, you know, lead into why we didn't bring the kids and everything. So a lot of we actually had to book this place. I think I booked it back in July. It's not it's not a huge campground, and evidently this time of year
or 30.
So right now the leaves are all like orange and yellow and red. I mean, it's absolutely the most beautiful time to be here. And this is evidently because it's not a huge campground. It's very highly sought after this time of year. We got the last spot, and like I said, we booked this 3 or 4 months ago. We're a part of a few camping groups on Facebook, and we were on there reading some reviews and stuff. And what'd you see?
Well, I had asked everyone in this Facebook group, you know, sort of what their opinion was on this and what it was going to be like, because it's very difficult in a lot of these state parks where it's mountain like this to tell what kind of sight you're going to get. And if you're an adult or you have children that are 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, those are just not things you have to factor in. You're not really worried about it because you know your children won't fall off the cliff. But when you have he's 3 now, just turned 3 about 2 weeks ago.
Very rambunctious.
Very rambunctious. When you have a 3-year-old, these are things you have to consider because you want to know whether or not you're going to be able to relax, enjoy your camping trip, or if you're going to be worried the entire time he's going to fall off the cliff. So I had asked in the group sort of what their thoughts were, and it was mixed. A lot of people loved it, said it's beautiful, which it is. It is gorgeous, stunning, breathtaking views. And then the other half said, won't go back up there. The road to get up there is very narrow and small and windy. Difficult to get into the campsites. The campsites are small and not kid-friendly. So when we had read that, and Travis forgot to mention, we just took Titus's pacifier. So a 3-hour trip with him without a pacifier was rough.
5-hour trip would have been.
Oh my goodness. I said, I just don't think we can do it. They can do it. And they would love to just be weighed on hand and foot by our parents. So we split the boys up whenever we go out of town, put one kid with each parent, and they get doted on the entire weekend. So I was thinking, I mean, they're going to like that way more. So it's a win-win for everybody. So we got up here and definitely confirmed. I am glad that we didn't bring our boys for the particular site we got.
It is steep.
Steep.
Campsites are beautiful. We'll be able to show you some of that on the next few videos we do up here. I hope to be able to get 2. We usually try to do 2 videos per trip. Hopefully we might can get 3 this trip.
So pretty.
But yeah, as we saw in the reviews online, it's very steep grade climbing up here. No big campers. I saw one camper that was probably maybe 25, 30 foot long. Everything else is pop-ups, teardrops, or tents, which is kind of nice. It's just,
it is nice.
Really small scale, nothing fancy. You couldn't, unless you had a hoss of a truck, you couldn't really haul a big camper up here. So it's mostly small campers, which we like. Campsites are decent size considering how steep this is up here. But like our campsite where the fire is, if you were to take 2 more steps, you'd be rolling down a mountain and you wouldn't be able to stop.
Yeah,
it's that steep.
It's that steep. Yeah, he's not.
You can't walk off into the woods here. It's just a ledge, which it means it's beautiful. I mean, you can see 3 or 4 of the nearest cities from the top of these mountains, and it's absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous for us. I think we're just so glad that we don't have to worry about the boys here, because that would just I'd be a nervous wreck the whole time.
Right, and there's not a whole lot of playable space around here.
Very true. We've seen, I think, 2 people here. We haven't got out to really look. We've only, this little area that we were in, I think there's probably 12 campsites here. I saw 2 people with small children, and they're having to walk their children sort of down near the trading post area, and there's not a playground here. We're sort of around the campsite. There's no bike riding here. You couldn't ride your...
Speaking of bike riding. So Brooklyn was going to Walmart earlier, And I have a road bike that's got a lot of gears on it, so I can gear it down even if it's a pretty tall hill. And we're in Hiawassee. I was able to climb some pretty decent hills with it.
You thought were hills.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got here.
So I get on my bike earlier, and there's a lot of uneven terrain here. And when I first jumped on
I
it,
missed this in person.
well, I just hope nobody saw it. I kind of looked. Anyway, I went to jump on my bike, and the seat's kind of tall because it's a road bike. And I had a little spill there, skin up my little toe on my right foot pretty good, and jammed my pinky there. You know, when you fall like that, you kind of look around, make sure nobody's laughing at you and whatever. So hopefully nobody saw me. I didn't hear anybody running down to check on me, but I got up pretty quick, and I was like, okay, well, maybe we got to do this different. So I was like, I'm going to ride down this hill, get some momentum, turn around, come back, climb this hill. And it was all I could do to climb up it. So we both brought our bicycles, but it doesn't look like we're going to be using them that much.
No. We pulled in, and I thought in my head, I ain't getting on that bike.
We even had a time back. I can back a trailer decent. I'm no truck driver, but we had a time. We had a time backing in here. This was one way in, one way out. These campsites, and it's kind of narrow. Great place. We'll show you some.
I feel like we're just
footage.
like, it's horrible. Don't come.
It's a good lesson to read reviews, and that's why we're doing campground reviews on our channel, so we can educate people and people know ahead of time what to expect. So probably not going to be a lot of bike riding. Going to be a little bit of hiking.
Oh, I can't wait, y'all. They have these great trails that are right nearby. Okay, so there's a tiny little trading post right here near the camping area, which is separate from the visitors or welcome center.
Basically firewood and ice.
No, that trading post had some stuff inside.
Okay, I didn't see them.
But they were closed when we got here. And so we had to go check in at the visitor center a few minutes later. But I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh, I was going to say, the trading post area, I saw that there's just great hiking. So whenever we went to the visitor center, we saw the different hiking trails. There's about 4 different ones. Like a 0.25 mile, 0.62 mile, a 2.2 mile, which is what we're doing tomorrow. And then there's like a 7.6 mile, which I ain't doing.
You down for that?
I ain't down for that. I don't know. Okay.
It's pretty hilly here.
If 2.2 miles hiking in mountains, that's like, I feel like walking flat 6 miles.
Yeah, but you did that time, we used to, when we used to do a lot of running, we used to go do it was in Thanksgiving, there was a trail half around Helen, and it was a half marathon. It wasn't quite 13.1 miles, it was around 12, and Brooklyn did half of it one time.
Yeah, the 10K. That was before children. I was dying. And I'd trained
in a little
for
better
it
shape
extensively.
then, yeah. Back in our prime.
I'm just saying, 7.6 miles, you may think, oh, I could do that. You get up here on these hills and you'll be like, I need to turn around.
So this is the highest state park in Georgia.
Right, I didn't know that.
Elevation.
We've gone from the largest to the highest.
Yeah, and what's interesting, we had also read this, and it's certainly true. It is at least 10 to 15 degrees colder up here.
Yeah.
I was looking at the weather forecast coming in here, and I was a little disappointed that it wasn't. It was say I was just looking at the closest nearby town. That's the only weather station I could pull up, and it was saying like a high of 72, low of 55, something low of 52. Man, I was like, man, I want it to be colder than that. It's cold up here.
It's colder. It's about 10 to 15 degrees.
As soon as we're done right here, I got to put on some long pants. It is cold.
It was funny, like when we were driving up the mountain, we had the windows down, and it's like whenever you step in the ocean where you'll hit like a cold wave. That's exactly how it was. It was
just,
like
all of a sudden it just hit you. Once you got to a certain elevation, it just hit you.
And we were like, it's fall.
So super secluded here. There are reports of bears. We have to take some. We have to take some bear precautions. Evidently, we had to sign a bear waiver.
I just had a bear waiver. I was the one responsible for reading it. And I feel like
you're the attorney. You have to read all the paperwork.
But I was asking all these questions, like, what do you mean by this type of bear?
What am I signing up for here?
I don't listen. We still don't know. We're about to have to Google some bear tips because I'm still a little unsure. I mean, there are bear signs everywhere. It said, lock your coolers up. Travis is like, I don't think they want our water bottles.
Supposedly, Yetis are supposed to be bear proof.
Yeah, a Yeti that doesn't have the hooks. falling off. Arms are
well,
they're
we'll see.
broken.
We'll see how clever a bear is.
I don't know. I'm just, y'all listen. If a bear was able to climb up this hill, I'd be like, you can have whatever you want. Like, take
They're
it.
probably up in them trees watching us right now. They're scheming on us. But anyway, we can't leave trash out. We had to take
Put
our
up our
trash
food
out,
box.
put up our food in case the bears do come give us a visit. I don't know what the protocol is. Should a bear try to climb in the pop-up? Well, not mention what measures we might have to take if that happens. But
I don't even think about that.
So it's been interesting. It's been fun. Just the two of us. It's the first camping trip we took, just the two of us, and nice to get away. And we got some cool things planned coming up on future videos as of our visit here. On Saturday, we're going to meet up with some friends in Hiawassee for a Brew, Q, and Stew festival. Or is it Brew, Stew, and Q?
I have no idea.
Stew, Q, and Brew, something like that. Anyway, it's at the fairgrounds in Hiawassee. Meeting up with some friends we met when we went to Bald Mountain earlier this year. So some camping friends. And that should be fun. I don't know if we'll be able to get a lot of footage of the actual festival. The leaf just tried to hit you in the head. But we're going to go there, have a good time. Hopefully we can get some good footage of the hike tomorrow.
Yeah.
And hopefully lots of good videos coming from this trip here. We'll be here 3 nights. And this is Thursday night now, and we'll be here till Sunday morning.
I almost wish we would have gotten here a little earlier today. I felt like we left early enough, but since we didn't have the boys, we left about 9:40, and then we stopped in Athens to eat, so we got here at 4. I almost wish we would have got here like 2. We could have gone ahead and done some stuff, because there's a flea market nearby.
We also passed a couple promising looking campgrounds that are they're not state parks. They look a lot safer. They might be more kid friendly
than on top of a mountain
than these are. So we're going to go check those out. Maybe we can give you a little sneak peek of those as well.
Yes, and I did want to mention this. For these state park, I really want to make a priority to say campsite numbers that I think would be ideal for this campground. Because not all of the campgrounds, or not all the campsites were difficult to get into. There were some that were kind of flat that are closer to the front. If you got those, no worries. Titus and the boys definitely could have come. But when I called to check on our original campsite, the lady told me I was lucky I had a site, and basically, like, you got what you got. And I said, okay, yes, ma'am.
We got a good site. We got a lot of room here. And it's pretty secluded compared to the rest of them. However, backing in here was a little tough. Good thing about pop-up is, though, I can get it close with the truck, and I can pick that rascal up and move it however I want to. Put a little bit of that bull strength on it. And
that's what my daddy calls it.
Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed this first video from our visit here at Black Rock, and we'll have several more to come, hopefully. If you enjoyed this one, make sure give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you get notified every time we come out with a new video. We'll see you guys on the next one.